The B-side in boxing.
B-side shit.
B-side.
B-side and the B-side.
You got a B-side.
The B-side.
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 That B-side thing.
This is the B-Sides Boxing Podcast.
Well. We have it's past July 1st, so it's time to get our mid of the year picks. Mid picks doesn't sound very good. Alex, the one and only. What's going on?
How you doing?
And joined again by Isaac.
Yo.
Be giving us his boxing picks. If you want to hear the MMA ones, Ultimate F and Casuals, go check that out. All right, let's just get right into it. Stoppage of the year. Alex, what do you got?
In my opinion, I think the stoppage of the year got to go to Brian Norman Jr. No doubt about it. That was a nasty KO. I thought Jin Sasaki was dead for a bit. That was nasty. Watching it live, it was 4 a.m. I was screaming. You know, and you know the thing is, I know it kind of seemed like a cream pie, but it really proved to the world that Brian Norman Jr. has got what it takes to be at world level. You know, he treats himself as the champion. And what he said about boots afterwards, kind of cold, you know. And, he had to pack his boots for Storm and Norman. You know, whatever he said.
That's good.
After knocking out, and he treated the knockout with grace too. He bowed. You know, I like the guy. I think he's very solid. But yeah, that's my stoppage of the year.
I'm up here. My secondary pick was Norman over Sasaki as well, but I picked something else. Another one just to have something different for flavor. And that's Dave Allen knocking out Johnny Fisher. Dumpy heavyweights, and then fireworks. Down goes Fisher. And the towel flew in like right after. It was perfect.
Yeah, it's a good knockout.
All right, Isaac, what do you got?
For me, bro, dude, Brian Norman Jr., Jin Sasaki, that KO is one of the more vicious ones we've seen in recent history. I'm glad Sasaki is like okay afterward. I mean, we know he had some memory loss, like a month and a half of memory loss, if I remember correctly. But yeah, man, very nasty KO. Nasty KO, the way he landed.
Kick us off for Masterclass, Isaac.
All right. For me, dude, Stephen Fulton versus Brandon Figueroa. Oh my God, bro. This was clean victory from Fulton. Just complete domination. And it wasn't like, I mean, like in terms of, you know, he got knocked down repeatedly. There was none of that. But it was just in every facet of the game, he just dominated him everywhere. I mean, he was punching in between Figueroa's shots. Mid to close range, he was dominating. It was Figueroa could do nothing that fight. Did absolutely nothing.
Alex, what did you have?
I kind of have a couple. I couldn't necessarily choose.
What do you got? Let's hear them all.
So my first one has got to be Boots versus Stanionis.
Good one.
Ranking wise, they were both at titles. This is for the lineal championship, correct? Right?
Yes.
Lineal champs. I'll tell you this: that I honestly think I thought it was gonna be a lot more competitive than what it ended up turning out to be.
So did I.
It was a fantastic fight, and I think it was a true masterclass. That's my first one. My second one is gotta be, it's kind of a shit pick. Stevenson versus Padley. Padley did the greatest. 2 days notice, he came in, and he got around to get Shakur. So I think there's that, right? Right, guys, come on, Padley love here. Come on, yeah. There you go. And then I think this one, this is like the true one. I really couldn't decide between this one and Boots. And I think that the Bivol Better Beef 2 fight was a masterclass, not purely for domination, but the fact that Bivol stepped it up to another notch that I truly didn't believe was even possible for him. Like, within the first, 6 rounds, he was playing possum. And then after that, oh my God, he came out, and that was a domination over Better Beef. I've never seen Better Beef like that. way he fought. It was making him miss all this BS. Like, it was making him miss more than in the first fight. You know, crazy. I think that's truly what separates a great fighter from a generational talent. Was that performance?
Damn. Mine seem a little. I don't know. I think mine are fine. David Benavidez over David Morrell. That was my first pick. Abs just loved it. Every second of it.
Very good. Good one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my second one, just in case, Teofimo over Arnold Barbosa.
Oh yeah.
That's another good one.
But yeah, very good performance from Teofimo.
I'll roll it into villain of the year. This is for non-fighting stuff. Number 1 pick, Canelo signing with fucking Riyadh. Not happy about that. Let's see. Number 2 was DB3 for their shenanigans with Nasir Albright. And then I have a third one that I have an E next to. It's my emeritus pick. This is always going to be one of them. Whoever the fuck is letting Derek Chisora continue to fight. That is unacceptable. All right. Isaac, what do you got?
All right. So for villain of the year, I put Canelo and Skull along with Haney and Ramirez, bruh. That ruined that weekend. Those 2 fights, I couldn't believe they were that boring. I mean, ruined Friday and Saturday. Yeah, those are my villains, bro. It was crazy bad fight.
Almost killed boxing right there.
Thank you in a way for stepping up.
Oh God.
All right, Alex, round us out.
I agree with your pick. I was gonna say Keyshawn for the villain of the year, and I know it's crazy. That's kind of a switch up. I still support Keyshawn as a boxer, but man, that what he did that night was terrible.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, it ruined a whole card, homecoming card. It's embarrassing.
Hometown, yeah, that's he was my honorable mention.
Yeah,
He was my-
it was just embarrassing what he did, and DB3 as well. I don't want to say DB3 exactly because I know one of the brothers wasn't really involved.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. The oldest one.
Yeah, but you know, Keyshawn and his other brother, that's just that was unacceptable, and that's between him and then Goal, for obvious reasons, like what Isaac mentioned. He made that fight horrible, and I know I could blame Canelo, but at the same time, I knew Canelo was gonna fight a Cuban like that, but that dude just ran. And then my third one is Turki Al-Sheikh.
Is this your emeritus pick?
Yeah,
Always going to be in there?
because it's kind of BS.
Yeah.
The shit he pulls. You know, I don't even have to explain it. We explain every day.
What about your new face of the year? Doesn't necessarily have to be a prospect. It could be somebody who just like broke onto the scene and they've been a contender for a few years and then they had some awesome performance.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, what do you got?
See, I got a couple. I would say my 2 would be Floyd Schofield. Obviously, with that win over Tim Farmer, that was phenomenal. I would also say that Abdullah Mason. This is an also obvious pick, but I think Abdullah Mason, he kind of saved that card. He not saved so much, but salvaged that card by putting on a pretty good performance against Nakatila. You know, yeah. I know it was expected that he was going to beat Nakatila, but the way he handled himself against Nakatila as well, his public image, the way he fought was phenomenal. That's how a boxer should be, you know. I would say.
Isaac, what about you?
Dude, for me, I put Moses Atama, man. I feel like I know we spoke a little bit about him last year, a little bit on his rise, but this year, I mean, I feel like he's really made like a strong push into the boxing sphere, where he's starting to become like pretty big in the UK, and then like worldwide boxing fans know who he is. I mean, it's been really nice to see his rise, but you know, he's not there yet at the title, but I think he'll be there. He's one to watch for sure. As far as like for honorable mention.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just saying for honorable mentions, I had Abdullah Mason and Emiliano Vargas as my honorable mentions.
Yeah, I had Emiliano as well. Just this for the same reasons that I gave it to Mason last year. is like he's stringing his fights together really well. He's staying active. He's keeping himself in the spotlight as much as he can, and he's doing a great job. He's very composed and carrying himself well in the media and stuff. It's really nice to see. It's like the same way Mason was the fucking adult in the room when he was having that little quip with Keyshawn. It's pretty nuts, but yeah, Abdullah Mason. I was going to put him on here again, but wanted to get some variety, so I also picked Terra Moana. He's doing good things over there in the Oceania. And my emeritus pick is Tenshin Nasukawa. I got to make sure that Shinada stays upset. That's all I got.
She's his biggest fan.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Same way Alex here is Hamza Shiraz's fan. Fighter.
Oh, yeah. I'm Hamza Shiraz, a big fan. Thanks.
The fighter of the year, I went with Brian Norman. 2 amazing wins, and my secondary pick was Abdullah Mason. Continues to stay active and puts together solid wins. Alex, who do you have?
I agree with your fighter pick with Brian Norman Jr. So far, I think that was a phenomenal win. And I also agree with Abdullah Mason as well. We have the very similar picks with a lot of these, but I'll tell you this, that I also think that Bivol is also another one. But just with that masterclass he pulled off with Better Beef. Enough said.
Isaac, who do you got?
Yeah. For me, I actually put Bobo down. I mean, he got the Better Beef fight early on in this year. He's gonna fight him again at the end of this year. Potentially have 2 wins over Better Beef. And 1 year would be massive. I mean, it's still, we gotta wait and see. But I think he's a strong contender for fighter of the year.
Oh man. Pop quiz hotshot. What's tiny, fuzzy, and responsible for a large portion of the food we eat? If you guessed bees, well, you nailed it. Seriously, 1 out of every 3 bites on your plate depends on bees. So there's a bit of bad news here. These little heroes of our gardens and dinners are struggling. Between habitat loss, climate change, and pesticides, it's a fucking bummer. Without them, our world would look a lot different and it would be a lot less delicious. But there is good news. Support for this episode is from Project Honeybees. So when you pick out something nice for someone special, or just something nice for yourself, your purchase adopts a queen bee that you get to name and get to watch over, and you'll support the protection of these extraordinary little creatures. Ready to make a statement and a difference? Go to lvx.be/bees and start browsing for your next gift. Your next favorite accessory can also be a lifeline for our buzzing buddies. Project Honeybees. Get yourself a nice little discount, help us out a little bit in the process, and help save the fucking world. lvx.be/bees. Use code LEO33862. Buzz, motherfucker. Let's keep it rolling with the mid-year picks. Alex, who do you have for your ass whooping? Your beatdown?
I got a couple. I'm not gonna lie, I got a couple.
Go for it.
I got Keyshawn versus Baronchick for the title. Is that one? Yeah. I got Yolog Defy versus Rodriguez.
Oh, that's a good one.
That one was a one-sided beatdown. That was nasty, dude. That was nasty. I would also say Boots. I got to throw Boots in there too.
Yeah.
Again, I always say that Brian. I've been saying Brian Norman Jr. this whole time, but I got to throw that in there. I have to. Brian Norman Jr.
Over his first knockout was also pretty dominant.
Yeah.
So just both of his?
Yeah.
Cool. Isaac, what do you have?
Let's see. Wait, for which one?
Beatdown?
Oh yeah, for beatdown I have, dude, for me, Boots versus Stanionis, bro. This was just really, really rough to judge. I mean, we had seen, Stanionis, he likes to be in wars like that. That's something he sort of thrives in, like, foot to foot, or toe to toe, rather, like these battles. But man, Boots, like, really, really just laid it on him. His face was busted up. I mean, it was rough, man. I mean, we knew it was gonna be a good fight, but man, Boots really came. He showed out. He really showed out.
Definitely. Is that the only one?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're unanimous. Boots versus Stanionis. That was my pick.
Yeah.
One for variety, Andy Cruz versus Hironori Mishiro.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's another good
He
one.
just beat
Andy Cruz, like, really
the
good.
shit out of Andy Cruz did. Out of Mishiro. Oof. Comeback of the year. This doesn't necessarily have to be in the middle of a fight comeback. It could be like a career resurgence. Alex, kick us off again.
I got a couple. I think Derek Chisora has had a pretty good comeback so far. He's kind of heading a little bit towards title contention again. I think that's kind of a silly pick, but I mean, I gotta feel like this is the gods are kind of saying like, oh my god, I think Chisora we gotta make Chisora win again for some reason.
We gotta end his life fucking early.
Yep. And then I would also say that the AVS Griffin loss. That was a pretty good comeback mid fight. I forgot the guy's name. my apologies. I think it was Rodriguez, right?
Who?
For Rodriguez versus Griffin, AVS Griffin on the MVP undercard.
I don't remember.
I forgot. Yeah, I don't remember either.
Yeah, well,
Julian Rodriguez?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
AVS Griffin was winning the whole fight, went to the decision. He was probably gonna win, and then got knocked out last round.
All right, for me, I came up with Stephen Fulton coming back from the Inoue loss, takes a year off, then he comes back and lays a smackdown on Brendan Figueroa. Another pick I had was Jesus Ramos, got jobbed by fucking Erickson.
Oh, yeah.
All that while ago, and he's been putting his wins back together, and he's getting himself back into where he rightfully should be. And Isaac, finish us off.
Dude, for me, I only had one. It was sort of hard to think, but I put down Callum Smith, man. I put down a Brit. I mean, it was sort of hard because, I mean, we have only seen him lose to like elite fighters. He lost the Beterbiev, he lost to Canelo, but after the Beterbiev fight, I mean, he made the move to 175. Or, I mean, he obviously after the Canelo loss, he moved to 175. But I mean, just nothing has like really been going his way, and like a lot of people were counting him out for the Boatsy fight.
Me too.
Yeah, and then he came in and just got in an absolute war with Joshua Boatsy, and he got the win, man. I mean, he hurt Boatsy multiple times in that fight, a really, really good fight, and he got the win, and he established himself as again one of the contenders at 175. I mean, we were even talking about. I mean, it looks like it's not happening, but we were talking about Benavidez versus Callum Smith at one point. So yeah, he's my comeback fighter of the year.
All right, I'll start us off here for upset of the year. I had my first one was Resendiz versus Plant. I think everybody was looking past Resendiz. It was like a foregone conclusion to everyone, to most people. Lamont Roach beating Tank is another one. I don't care what the hell the judges said.
Yep.
And I had a fun one. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. I'm upset that I fucking paid for that shit.
You liked it?
Oh no, no, I did not.
What? You don't like Eubank versus Ben?
No, not that one.
What are you talking about?
The Times Square one.
Times Square.
Oh, Times Square. Oh hell, oh yeah, that made me upset.
Horrible. I'm upset. Isaac, who do you have for upset?
Dude, for me, I put down Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. Bruh, I couldn't believe it. Ryan Garcia, he's coming off this win that was later overturned against Devin Haney, where he absolutely demolished him. Serves a suspension time for the popping for Osterine. Comes back, fights Rolly Romero, who had not too long ago lost to Isaac Cruz. Man, Rolly in the second round hits him with the hook, puts him down, and goes on to win a decision. Man, I can't believe. I think Ryan was like minus 1,400 or something like that.
Wow.
Dude, yeah, it was wild, man. To be honest, I didn't expect it. Rolly looked good though. Rolly looked good.
And Alex, upset of the year.
You guys kind of already took my picks. I was gonna put Resendiz Plant. I honestly did not think Resendiz had that in him to get a Plant. I knew he was not a bad fighter, but I thought Plant was gonna be the better fighter that night. I was wrong. And then, like what Isaac said, Rolly and Ryan. The fact that Rolly took Ryan to a decision is crazy.
Yeah,
not even a
it's
knockout. It was a decision. He outboxed Ryan Garcia. Rolly Romero did. So, you guys already kind of said what I was gonna say, but I just wanted to add on that fact that Rolly is now a true Cuban fighter. I don't know, that's kind of nuts.
For hero of the year, Isaac, who do you got?
Yeah. So for this one, I put down Inoue and Ramon Cardenas, bruh. Boxing needed that fight so bad after the Friday and Saturday we had prior to this event. This fight saved the weekend, and they put on a war for us, man. Cardenas really showed up to win. He came. He didn't go there to lay down. He came to win. He knocked Inoue down. I mean, that was a level of excitement that we got as boxing fans just seeing that, and then Inoue rallies back and was able to finish him off. Just a tremendous fight, and boxing really needed it. So I put him as my hero of the year.
Alex?
I 100% agree with that pick. That was one of my secondary picks, I was gonna say. But I think my first pick is gonna be Lamont Roach.
Ah, nice one.
I think the fact that everybody was counting him out, and he came back and came out and showed out in his stake. I just think, to me, that's a hero. I know it's like silly to say that, but to do that to Tank, what he did was crazy, and start a grease skate, right? I mean, funny. I just think the whole thing what he caused was just funny as hell. I think I just like that. I like that.
He went on a victory tour.
Yeah.
Which I thought was fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll give first my emeritus pick, his Pro Box. His Pro Box is good. Pro Box is always good. But my pick was Al Heyman. Do you remember Pritchard Colon, the guy who kind of turned into a vegetable?
Yeah.
Like a few years ago, like after getting hit in the back of the head. Al Heyman has been taking care of his family and Pritchard Colon, all of Pritchard Colon's medical bills, this entire time. And like nobody knew about it until it came out like a few months ago.
I was trying to see Turkey Al Sheikh do that shit.
Let's see Eddie Hearn do something like that.
Exactly.
And Al Heyman does that without putting himself in front of a camera to, be a martyr or whatever.
Like, hey, look, I'm saving this guy's. I'm paying for this guy's medical bills. Sign up for my promotional company.
I'm just taking care of a person because he fucking needs it, and I can. I'll step off my soapbox now. Fight of the year. I'll start this one. My first pick was Bivol Better BF2. When two fucking titans collide, that's the masterpiece that we saw. A boxer versus a puncher. Both of them just absolutely elite. And razor thin both times, just because that's what happens when you have such amazing competitors. But my more fun pick was Eubank versus Ben. The shenanigans building up were kind of fun, but the fight itself was much more fun and made up for the corny antics before. Alex, what do you got?
I got for me, I have for the fight of the year anyway, Cardenas. I like as you were saying earlier, that saved the weekend.
Worthy
It
pick.
kind of restored my faith in boxing. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty close to not watching that fight just because I was so bummed out for having to pay for that damn pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And you know, I saw it, and it really made me happy to be a boxing fan. I was like, damn, this is what it's all about. The whole card itself was phenomenal, but that fight is crazy. And then also, secondary pick, David Morrell versus David Benavidez.
Also very good. Very good pick.
Lived up to the hype.
Isaac, what do you have?
Yeah, I put down Isaac Cruz versus Angel Fierro.
Nice.
That was my primary pick. Very good fight. I mean, just Mexican versus Mexican war. I mean, we're obviously getting the rematch pretty soon. It was that good. Very good fight. Very fun fight to have. And then as one of my honorable mentions, I put down Callum Smith versus Boazzi. I really enjoyed that fight.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
The levels were shown, you know, in the mid lates. It started to look like who has the extra gear. Yeah, but it's very fun. Man, that's it for the mid-year. I'm gonna hold on to these, and we'll see if end of the year if something better comes up. But yeah, that's we're wrapping up our picks so far. All the way up to June 30th was the cutoff. What are parting words, if we have any?
Dude, I feel like we had some solid picks. Tell us yours. If you have anything different, tell us yours.
Yeah, you can 833-589-7637 works in WhatsApp. So if you want your audio cut on the show, send me a voice note. Or go into Discord and chat shit in there. But if you're going to come in acting a fool, don't be surprised when people start slapping you around. Alex, you got anything?
I just want to say, good start of the year. Not too bad. For the later half, it's going to be something to look forward to, especially these next couple weeks.
Absolutely. All right. Well, if that's it, then that's it for this edition of the Boxing B-Sides. We'll see you fucking next time.
Yeah. See ya.
See y'all later.